I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving! The show goes on! This is my home!
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Say hello to my little friend! It's a man, baby! Fuck you, retard!
Oh, behave. Yeah. Why so serious?
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
I am Iron Man.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Welcome to the Man Show, everyone. I'm Cav Manning, along with Mr. Billy Body.
All right.
So we're going to get through NFL picks right off the bat here for you guys because we want to bullshit a lot and talk about other shit and give you more of a flavor of what this show is going to be once football season is gone. That we're not only just picking fucking football bets all fucking week long every time. So right away,
not even very well. Most weeks.
True life. So let's get right into the football. I will go through this. Billy will give the spreads, and we'll see what we think. We'll give you our best bet of the week after we're done with that. And then we'll get into some bullshit because I got some stuff for you, Billy. Thursday night, right off the bat, you got the Chargers, who are world beaters all of a sudden. Not that they beat my shit Bears earlier when they should have fucking clearly got fucking whooped. But they beat the fucking shit out of the Packers. Billy's lock of the week. Now they're going into the Raiders. And I bet you the Raiders are favored. Do I have that right so far?
No.
Yes? No.
No.
No, the Chargers are favored, huh? You know what?
They have that one win. So,
I'm picking then the Raiders outright to fucking win.
yeah, it's only like 1.5 points, but still something. Yeah, for me it's weird because the Chargers look dead and buried, and then they beat us, and then all of a sudden, like, they're back in contention. And the AFC is not that great anyway, so you could be back in contention with this win. And if you asked me to start the season, like, you know, the Chargers would be laying 6 or 7 here, and it's still a lot of the same players. And then but Gruden said one thing this week, which is going to make me take the Chargers, and he was saying that I don't believe in Thursday night games. Thursday night names need to go. I took this job too because I enjoy the preparation and stuff that comes with it, and we don't get any time to prepare. And Thursday nights are not what the game's about. It sounds like a guy who's preparing to lose a game. So I'm going to take the Chargers, who haven't said shit about playing on Thursdays.
Okay.
There's some teams that always win on like Mondays and Thursdays. I think like Pittsburgh or something on Mondays. Some weird stat.
Yeah, there's some weird stat. The Ravens going into the Bengals. I would say the Ravens have got to be favored by fucking 9.5. And I said, let's see how fucked up the NFL is when the Ravens fucking lose to the Bengals.
Oh, no, they won't lose to the Bengals.
Because I'm like, did they get all their hopes up and blow their fucking wad? I mean, they lost to the fucking Browns. What the fuck?
They're 10-point favorites, and this team's going to go 0-16. I was kind of thinking this year like 2 teams would do it, but they're not.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple teams that are going to go 1-15. Well, maybe not because they're going to play each other again. With the,
But you know what? A few weeks ago, I did say, like, I honestly think the Bengals are worse than Miami. I really feel like they're not trying at all.
Yeah, it seemed like Miami was always really trying hard. And they would be ahead sometimes and then just blow it at the end. But it seemed
and that Fitz is going to pay out of his mind, like, at least for one game. They'll probably win another one.
Yeah. Well, they play the Jets again. So, the Lions going to the Bears. I think the Bears are actually favored by 3, or 2.5. I think it keeps shrinking.
It's 2.5, yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? I actually think the Bears will win this game. And I said the Bears will win 2 more games this year. Maybe. This is one of them. The other one is against the Giants. The rest of the games they'll lose. It's all fucking monsters after this. They got Dallas, they got the Packers, they got Vikings, they got Kansas City, they got the Rams. Where the fuck are they winning anything?
No, and I'm glad like the sort of these 2 teams have petered out, because I don't think that we're going to win. I don't think that we're going to win the NFC North, but I think we'll still go through as a 5 or a 6.
You don't think the Packers are going to win the North?
I don't know. I need to look at the schedule. That was worrying. What happened to us on Sunday?
Yeah, it showed a lot of holes.
and Minnesota do seem like they will win all their home games, but they look like. Whereas I don't know.
All of a sudden, Cousins learned how to play.
But then he was awful again this week against the Chiefs. Like the Chiefs.
Do you think he was awful?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
He had the ball to go down and win the game at the end, and they end up creating a turnover and then losing up by a field goal. Like it was just fucking. It was just so typical of him in that spot. I just don't trust him at all. But at the same time, if we look at the Packers, there are games that they look like they will lose in the coming weeks, like the 49ers on the road.
That's going to be very interesting. I didn't even know that was over in the 49ers stadium either. I'm like, this is going to be very fucking interesting. The way the Niners look, you would think they can't lose a game. But then they almost lose to fucking Arizona. So
Panthers at home this week is not going to be easy either. But then we go to like the 49ers after that. Then we go to the Giants. We have a bye week though before we play the 49ers. So I wonder if we will we seem like the kind of team that will go and beat them. Like
I do not doubt that at all. I really think I would think so.
And then like go and lose at the fucking Giants or something. But then the Giants are a terrible home team. So this is actually not a bad stretch for us. Coming off the bye and playing the 49ers gives us a chance. Then we go to the Giants, and then we're at home to the Redskins. Now here are all the fucking games that I don't like. With the divisional games, the Bears are going to be out by the time they go to Green Bay. They're not going to be playing for anything except the Super Bowl is going to be, let's fuck Green Bay.
Yeah.
Then the Vikings on the road could be because while home games are done then, when week 16 and 17, we play road games to the Vikings and the Lions. And again, last game, the Lions could be, we're done. Let's fuck them.
Yeah.
But the schedule is too light for them to fuck us out of the playoffs. Like, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, it's got to be in the playoff. It's either wild card or first place. Sure, I don't think that's even a question.
No, we've got the Skins here, the Giants, Panthers. Like we're all right for the playoffs. They feel like we must win it because we're not going to win any road games in the playoffs.
Yeah, you want to be at home. The Bills going into the Browns. Boy. I would say the Bills, Allen is not impressing me at this point too much this year. But I would say the Bills are favored by 3.5.
No, the Browns are favored by 3 points.
Really?
They're still the public team here, aren't they?
Wow. I would take the Bills.
Yeah.
Fucking Christ. Holy shit. How the fuck are the Browns favored? They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Bill's got a great defense. And he's going to be running for his life.
I think people still think that they can compete here. And I still think people think that their division's not up for grabs now. Like Ravens have taken it. But there's still a playoff spot for these teams. Like if you look at the AFC South, everybody there is fucking 4-5 and 5-4 and all this kind of shit. So it's weird. We got next Saints and Falcons.
What I got next is Chiefs and Titans. I think Mr. Holmes will be back. And
it looked like it when he's running all over the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, he could have played. They said, it's just a percentage that'll get hurt again if he played last week. So They'll get back in it. And I would say they're probably favored by, you know what? If it hasn't been announced yet, that's a trickier one. So I would say favored by 6.
I don't have it listed because it probably hasn't been announced yet.
Yeah.
I have the projection, which I can get on a different website. 1 second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even
Well,
with
the
Matt
projection-
Moore, he was fucking good, you know?
The Tennessee Titans are getting 3.5 points if it comes out of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, too bad it's not available now because I'd grab it while I can and take the Chiefs.
Well, it might be available in some places. Like, I mean, I could shop around for it, but on this particular site I'm using today, it's not there.
The Cardinals are going into the Fucks. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, home of WrestleMania. I would say I would pick the Buccaneers in this just because they're home. If this was reversed, I would pick the Cardinals. But I think they're favored by 2.5.
4.5.
4.5. Okay.
I think Cardinals win.
Okay.
I just think that they're more consistent. I think the Bucks, they play really well against good teams and
play down.
And then play down. They shouldn't be 2-6, and they should have beat Seattle on Sunday.
So here's a very interesting one next, and it's the Giants versus the Jets. It doesn't matter about home field advantage. It's like the Giants luck out by getting to play at home when they're not.
But they're a terrible home team.
They're playing the Jets. But, I mean, you want to be home more than you want to be away unless you're the Bears. They really want to be away more so because the fans fucking boo the fuck out of them now. First series. 3 and out. Boo. They go crazy. I'll pick the Giants here, and the Giants should fucking be favored by at least 3.5.
32.5 point favorites.
32.5.
2.5.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt if it was 32. 2.5, yeah. I would take the Giants to cover it.
You know, yesterday I had the over 40. I had a teaser with over 42 and Giants plus 13, and lost the bet on that fumble.
Jesus,
I was fucking livid. I wasn't even watching properly at that point. I was just wondering if
they were close for so long.
I was sitting there thinking that, oh man, why didn't I bet more? I was being greedy. I was being greedy, not more. I was thinking, I should have taken the Giants plus 7 too because they were doing that backdoor shit. And they got down to the got down into the red zone and then got fumbled or whatever. But then mysteriously there was a flag on that play that got removed. So I wonder what that was about.
Falcons going into the Saints. Oof. 10.5.
You know what? I saw this at 11.5 a minute ago on one site, and I've gone to a different site, and they got it 13. You can't really decide what they're doing here.
I'll go to my site and see what they have on mine.
Oh, yeah, I got 11.5. I'm going to bet this now because the other site's 13.
Jesus.
And in Vegas, it's supposed to be 13. Oh, I'm betting the 11.5 right now as we're doing this because, I mean, I'm not worried about the 13 either. They're going to win by 20 or more. But
let me see if I can find it on mine. What do I get on mine?
Whoa, look at this, 11.5. This can be the lock, I think.
They're not even on mine.
Hell, look, I'm sending this to you now. Just like there's a point and a half.
Oh, here it is. It's 13 on mine. They got to win by 2 touchdowns now.
Yeah, they're going to win by 3 touchdowns. This is Drew Brees against. I don't even think Ryan's back.
Yeah, that's true.
Last time Drew Brees came back on his
Jesus, you already put down
way
fucking $55 on it. There you go.
Yeah, he came back into his sort of comeback game, and destroyed Arizona.
Jesus.
It says Matt Ryan will be back, but I mean, who the
Why?
fuck is he?
Why would they fucking even do that to the poor bastard? Fucking limping around. He's like fucking dead anyway. The Panthers.
They're still trying to make the playoffs, Cav.
Shit. The Panthers going into the Packers. I would say the Packers got to be favored by. I'd say they're favored by 3.5.
No, we're favored by like 4.5. Always like with Green Bay, whatever you think, add 2 points to it because we're really overrated team.
Yeah, they do. That is a weird thing. It's no matter what the Packers' record is, the fans are like too proper and happy and like we're going to the Super Bowl. It doesn't matter if they're 3 wins or fucking 20 wins. Oh, we're going. They're very happy and outlooked right and like welcome you to their stadium where everyone else wants to kill whoever walks into their stadium. Yeah, I mean, what's funny is like I believed in the Panthers until they went into the 49ers. And then you kind of realize, okay, they're not that great. They're kind of frauds. And the quarterback's not as great as we think.
What's happened to the let me see, I've lost. They're sort of very under the radar to the point where as we're doing the show I'm going to check their record. 5-3. They're still there.
Oh, they're still there. They're trying to get into the playoffs and they still really could. I think that
with the Rams,
and now Cam's out until if they make the playoffs, he could play again. He's on injured reserve.
Well, hopefully he doesn't come back for their sake.
Well, he might be a Bear next year. You never know.
Yeah, you get him when he's fucked.
Yeah, great. I got the MVP when he's fucking can't walk.
Yeah.
Fucking Christ. The Dolphins going into the Colts. I will take the Colts here. I think the Colts are probably favored by 7.5.
No, they're favored by 10. Like Miami getting some still getting some respect now because these lines used to be like 16, 14, stuff like that.
See, if it was 10.5, I think I'd take the Dolphins because I could see them losing by 10. And you go, well, what the fuck?
They went to Pittsburgh and they were like 13.5 point underdogs there.
Yeah.
And Pittsburgh almost covered it. Actually, they almost covered it after being like down at halftime. But no, I think here like Colts cover. He's Colts off a bye. Not that even matters this season. Doesn't matter, does it?
Colts played last week.
Yeah, I'm losing track of these bye week teams.
Yeah.
And the thing is that used to be essential like information, and this year is not. Nothing matters. Home teams don't win on Thursday. Bye week teams don't win. It's fucking stupid. It's a horrible season. I can't wait to forget about it.
You got the Rams going to the Steelers. The Rams had a bye week last week.
I know the Rams had a bye week, yeah.
God, I would say the Rams are favored here. The Steelers aren't garbage anymore. They're just known to be good all the time. It's like, doesn't matter. They are not garbage ever. And I thought this year was like, okay, top 5 pick. No, they're decent enough. Rudolph is decent. I would say the Rams are favored here by 6.5.
No, they're only favored by 3.5. But
wow, that's it.
have you noticed, like, every time the Steelers are on TV, but the commentators are always like, Tomlin, he's been doing this. He's the second longest coach. He's also one of the best.
Tomlin? Yeah.
He's one of the greatest of all time. And all. I reckon they do.
I don't know why.
Well.
Yeah, that's what I think. So I've always thought that kind of shit.
I've always thought like, oh, look, they look at him like trying to really give.
Let's give something to him.
Yeah.
The Vikings going into the Cowboys. This could be very interesting. And you know what, though? Because until it's proven otherwise, Kirk Cousins cannot win in primetime. He's never been able to fucking win a game that is on national television. It's weird. So I'll pick the Cowboys again, and I think the Cowboys are probably favored by 2.5.
No, they're favourite by 3 points, and they are better at home, so I will take them here as well. I think I like that game because of the Cousins situation and just generally the style of play. I don't think the Cowboys have actually lost a home game all season.
The Cowboys were fucking I was like, shit, the Giants are going to beat them. For a fucking long time, the Giants hung in there. Until the black cat ran across the fucking field.
Oh, of course the Cowboys lost the home game. They lost to us.
There you go. They got killed.
Yeah. But other than that, they have the other ones. They've killed everybody like by massive scores, like 18, 25,
All right.
27.
Last game, and it's a good one. It's on Monday. Seahawks versus the 49ers. I'm picking the 49ers because they're home.
Oh, Monday Night Raw's gonna get killed this week.
If they were in Seattle, I would pick Seattle. But this seems like it's like you always go, okay, where's the test for the 49ers? Who's going to be the test? And you go, okay, it was the Rams. All right, now are the Rams not that good? That's what you think. And then it was Carolina, and you go, well, I don't think Carolina's that good. But it's like at the time they were. I think the 49ers are favored probably by fucking, I would say 3.5.
No, they're favored by like an entire touchdown.
Really? Fuck.
They are the only unbeaten team in the whole NFL.
Yeah, well, what the fuck does that mean?
It means they haven't lost a game all season.
My hometown team, you mean? It's going to be interesting because Russell Wilson runs for his life as is, and with that line coming after him, could be very fucking. It could be very bad. It could be. So, that's my pick. I picked the 49ers.
Yeah, I think they'll win easily.
Yeah. So there's your NFL, and now we can bullshit because we're done with our. Oh, what's your best bet of the week? I'm picking Bills over the Browns.
I already bet it in the show. Like I
oh, there you go.
Saints. I got the fucking. I bet it while I was on there. Like I think the Saints at 11.5 is crazy.
I even think the Packers one is a good one.
Yeah, I like the last game too, and Dallas. I like the fucking. I don't like.
God, you got some scary ones though, because I mean, the one that you was your lock is a lot of points, and they're very much rivals, so they're always close to each other, no matter what the fuck score. They're always. It's never a real rape. And then Cowboys Vikings, it's very possible the Vikings just beat the shit out of them.
No, but the thing, I'm more worried about the. I don't like having like a lot of money on the primetime games anyway. I like to look.
Yeah,
around
me too. Yeah, I'm done by
then.
then.
Look around and just sort of look at these other situations and think, oh, like the Ravens are just going to go in and easily beat Cincinnati or something, and no one's going to even be watching it. But then that's a divisional game too, so I don't know. But here in these two, I can see like Dallas running all over like Cousins and running all over Minnesota and Cousins having a bad game, and this defense they go for the quarterback, don't they? That's the whole thing. That's what they were talking about yesterday. So, and here like I don't per man. I don't see how Seahawks even stay with the 49ers here. I think this could be like fucking 27, 35 or something against 10. Like I don't even know how the Seahawks get past 10 points here.
Russell Wilson, he's the fucking magic.
Oh, he's supposed to be like the MVP, but
yeah, pretty much. Without him, they're not what they are.
Let me just tell you about this one thing before we talk about something else.
Sure.
They added this thing onto like the website this week. Maybe this might be something worth betting. I'm going to text it to you, see if you want to do it. It's called Mythical Maths. And basically, it will take the score of the... hold on, here, let me just tell you. I'll read it. These are not the standard NFL divisions. Please see below the mythical divisions 1 to 8 for the teams in each division. So basically, you got to bet mythical math who gets the most wins out of Patriots, Saints, Chiefs, and Rams. That's Division 1. Division 2 is Vikings, Colts, Chargers, Bears. Division 3 is Packers, Texans, Cowboys, Browns. So it's mythical math basically is who gets the most wins at the end of the season, but they put them into divisions of this.
Yeah.
I'll send you it all just in case there's anything here that like massively like sticks out.
Oh, I think that fucking Vikings one jumped out at me real quick.
But like the Vikings to win it.
To win that division?
Oh yeah, but like they are the favorites. I'm reading them in order.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out.
So like maybe like a more interesting one here would be Jags, Lions, Broncos, Jets.
Jags, Lions, Broncos, and Jets. Oof. It's got to be the Jags, though.
The Jags are the favorites.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but it's a lot more tied up. I'll send you them all anyway. To have a look at.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'd be willing to be into those kind of things. So now that we've killed this, we got I don't know, like 20 minutes to go before we're done with our show. We were talking about like TV shows the other day. I mean,
we were,
and you're talking about Jump with the Shark and all that kind of stuff, like that whole phenomenon of over here. Guy made that phrase called "Jump the Shark," and do you know where the original, like, why it's called that? You know where that came from?
No, but what I was telling you last week is that I knew that you were doing it on your show, and the original idea that we had was not for me to not do the show altogether, but for us, because I was really tied down with my son's half term last week, which is the week. So they go back to school after the summer holidays, and then they have like a half term between summer and Christmas. So they're off for like 1 week. I don't know if they do that where you are, but you wouldn't know because you don't have any children.
No.
But I was so tied down and I didn't actually manage to do anything. So
I mean, I never talked about it on my show though. So
you didn't actually do it?
No, I get so. I mean, for a show it's supposed to be an hour and a half, it ends up 2 hours usually. But I'm like, I get tied up. We get tied up with shit, and I just have a list of stuff.
Like, we should like bring for one of the shows where we have one of the girls on. Like that would be a good thing that they can easily be involved in. I'm sure they've seen Friends, and the thing is they wouldn't have seen shit like fucking Seinfeld and that. I don't know anyone else in England that watched that show except me.
Yeah, I mean, I have the book for Jump the Shark, and I went.
Is this what you're going to talk to me about? You wanted to go run through a few shows?
Yeah, I was going to have you just pick a show, and I could tell you when it jumped the shark.
Someone wrote a whole book about this.
Oh, it's a book of every fucking show.
Is it the guy that was on Howard Stern?
Yeah, he's on Howard, John Hine. Yeah.
But I mean, because I heard Howard doing a show with him and they were running through all their Jump the Shark things.
Yeah.
This is the same guy.
Yeah, same guy. He's the one who came up. Apparently, he stole the fucking phrase from his roommate and made a fucking book about it.
And didn't somebody like try and like buy the phrase and then just to put it on the shelf or something?
A TV Guide fucking bought the fucking website. And like, he got a lot of fucking money apparently. And now like TV Guide's not a thing anymore.
They bought TV Guide's gone.
TV Guide is it's gone.
Didn't like George's dad like collect every single
you know what? I still have multiple TV Guides that I've collected. All the wrestling ones. And when football would start, they would have a little schedule inside too. But yeah, I have all the wrestling ones and I have all the fucking football ones. But do you know where that phrase came from then, Jump the Shark? You don't even know why it's called Jump the Shark?
No idea. Did something to do with Jaws?
No, it has to do with Happy Days. You're familiar with Happy Days?
Like Fonzie and stuff, right?
Yeah. Right. That show, they said when that fucking show ended was when Fonzie jumped the fucking shark. He was wearing a leather jacket fucking skiing, and he was going to jump over a fucking shark in a fucking pool on water skis. And they're like, that's when the show fucking ended. Fonzie jumped the fucking shark, literally. So everything is now called Jumping the Shark.
Show? Was that not like the type of shows they usually do?
Yeah, I mean, give me a break. Fucking Fonzie's jumping a fucking shark, on water skis. What the fuck is it? Wearing a leather jacket, too, by the way. But it's like, what the fuck is this garbage? So that's where that term came from. So
Happy Days is a good show anyway.
Oh, yeah, Happy Days is always great. Happy Days. Shit, but I mean, they have everything in here. They have fucking musical groups. When the music group fucking jumped the shark. Shit like that. Like I'm looking at Guns N' Roses. That's in there. The Grateful Dead is in here. So it's shit like that. They have everything known to man. But it's mostly TV shows. But it's like all the old shows too, and it has about them and everything like that. So I mean, Frasier's in here for God's sake. When Frasier ended, they say, is when Niles and Daphne finally got together. That's when that show died.
And did they give like an explanation of it?
They do. There's like a fucking page of it. And things like that. Yeah, there's it has a whole little fucking a page on what happened on the show. Friends jumped the shark. Ross and Rachel again and again and again. That's when they jumped the fucking shark.
But are they implying that the shows are no good after that?
Yeah, like there's that was where it started going downhill. Yeah, like remember Married with Children, obviously.
Did it have like a
Al Bundy?
Did it have a woman in it with like a thick Jersey accent, like with dark hair, big tits?
No. I mean, she's dressed like a Jersey chick, like with a bouffant fucking hairdo. Katie Seagal. You don't know Al Bundy?
No.
Wow. Of all shows for you not to fucking watch, that might be a binge for you. That might beat Seinfeld for you. You put on
Really?
fucking... Oh, my God. I've never thought of a show that you would like more. Holy Christ. That's a sit down and watch. You know Christina Applegate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the daughter in that one. But oh my God, that is and that talk about no PC and all that kind of shit. Like making fun of fat people the whole fucking time and that's the show for you. That is really the fucking I actually have them all on videotape. I used to tape them all. You know, I told you I taped everything. So
have you actually still got a tape player?
Yeah, I do. I kind of have to. If I got 400 tapes of wrestling, I better have a fucking tape player.
Yeah, how much do you watch of that though?
Oh, I don't. If there's something that comes to mind that I'm like, oh, I had this on tape and I wanted to see it again. Like, I had a couple of those Sex in the 90s for MTV. Remember they had the little specials? And there was a really good one that I fucking taped with these two fucking guys that would talk about banging every woman they passed by and how to lie to them and all kind of shit. That was a great one. So I have that on tape. But like they got the Brady Bunch in this Jump the Shark.
What's Seinfeld's?
Okay, Seinfeld. Let me look for Seinfeld here in the glossary in the back. I forget what the fuck Seinfeld was. It was... What do you want to have a guess of when you think Seinfeld did it?
Seinfeld. I don't think it ever did.
I mean, maybe
what
the
Howard was saying as well.
Last season, maybe. What's funny is Howard bullshits and says he's never even fucking seen Seinfeld. Fucking liar.
So they would have. I think they would have probably said once. Fuck, I really can't think when. Like, to be honest, because
I'm thinking for some reason it was Susan dying. I don't know why.
Why does that matter?
Here it is. Here it is. George's fiance Susan dies from licking wedding invitations.
But he works for the Yankees after that.
There's so much that's fucking great after that.
Or does he work? Does he work before? Is he with her when he's with the?
I don't know when he's with them compared.
Because I remember him saying like he's got this like great job and like he can't do anything about it because he's stuck when he's married and people only have good jobs because they're married. I think he might have got the Yankees job before. I'm not sure. No, because he did the opposite of everything.
Yeah, he did
I can't remember.
thing.
I can't remember the order. And the reason being is probably because I don't think the show jumped the shark because it all kind of stayed consistently good throughout. And I don't think Friends did either. I don't think like Ross and Rachel just breaking up and making up really like made any difference to it because the news story became like Chandler and Monica's thing and they just kind of like took over. So, and then Ross and Rachel got together anyway. I think they could have done even more of those.
Here it says at the end of the 5th season, George and Jerry agreed to propose to their current girlfriends. Jerry wisely backed out, but George went ahead and got engaged to Susan, the NBC executive. Seinfeld avoided a surefire leap over the shark the next season by not having a wedding. That would have been the fucking death if they had a fucking wedding on the show. But Susan's death from licking wedding invitations caused the show to jump. this conceded with co-creator Larry David leaving the show, and Seinfeld was never the same. The backwards episode was gimmicky. George went from whining all the time to just being angry. The catchphrase seemed less natural, yada, yada, yada. Although some gems continue to surface. Kramer's Merv Griffin talk show. And Thursday didn't have the same flavor, even though for the final episode didn't meet our expectations. I would say the final episode is the Jump the Shark, because that wasn't that great.
No, and when you hear about like them hiding scripts and changing endings and not letting anyone in on what they were doing,
I never even heard that.
Yeah, if you buy the DVD box set, you'll there's a program about the final episode.
See, I have that whole box set with the fucking book and everything, and that has a DVD in that book. So maybe that's in where they all sit down and talk about shit.
No, this is more like a documentary thing.
Oh, let's see what Sopranos said. Sopranos 76.
Never seen Sopranos.
Oh, that's another sit down. I'm watching it actually right now with the Duchess.
So with Married with Children, right? I
Yeah.
can get that on the Apple TV. Like just get the old episodes or YouTube or something.
Yeah, it's on. God, I'm thinking it's on Hulu. I'm not sure which it's on, but it's on one of the streaming things. Oh God, you got it. It's Seinfeld and Seinfeld. It's Sopranos and Married with Children. You have to watch.
Right.
I cannot believe. I mean, there were so many different hot, half-naked chicks on Married with Children. It's so up your fucking alley. That's unbelievable. Let's see. Three's Company. When do you think that one did?
Never seen it.
You never watched Three's Company either? Oh my
No.
God. You're really missing out, man. Sopranos. Oh, Junior.
I tell you the stuff. I watched obviously Seinfeld and Friends.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Everybody Loves Raymond, but not religiously, just when it was on. I looked for King of Queens. I enjoyed that show.
Really? See, yeah, that wasn't for me. That's a Fausty show. He loves that shit.
Yeah, I liked Doug and Carrie and the dad. I like that dad.
Well, yeah, because he's from Seinfeld.
Is Ben Stiller's dad still alive?
Yeah, he's still around. Yeah, just the mother's dead. You watched the Brady Bunch, of course.
No, well, I know what it is. So I've
Yeah.
watched the film. I've watched the film of the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, the fucking mockumentary. Yeah, Cousin Oliver is when that one jumped the shark. That fucking garbage. But,
It's funny because like this is not a phrase that we have over here, but they say that our big brother is where my big brother is where it went downhill.
oh really?
Yeah.
Your season is where fucking it took a shit. That's great.
Not in terms of like the viewership and not really down to me, but it was in terms of the fact that we had a very bland winner.
Mm-hmm.
The characters, the house was too mixed.
I'd almost think once you left, it would have been fucking bad because you were the bad guy, right?
But there was a bad girl as well, and she left straight after me.
Oh fuck!
So-
Then it's really fucking dead. Two
Yeah, so what
fucking
happened
bad
was-
guys gone.
And things like we weren't like bad guys on the same page. Like we would conflict with each other. Like in terms of me and her would argue and sort of. It wasn't like we unionized against the rest of them. It was like we had our own stuff going on, and they wanted a very peaceful house and romances and TV, like the TV career, and keep their head down and just be like, look, we've made it onto the show. The attitude was a lot of people was at that time there was too much knowledge that you were going to make a lot of money, and the longer you stayed on there, the more eyes you had on you for a longer period of time.
Yeah.
So nobody was really taking any risks. And the thing is that I thought to myself that there's always money for the bad guy. So I got and took that money for me. She's going to take that money for her. The romance people are taking their money. The winner takes the money. It doesn't leave anything for the others. So I don't understand why you're sitting there being so boring for the last half of the show. But the last 6 weeks were unwatchable. And I understand that. So, yeah.
God, I gotta be able to fucking find this somewhere, like the entire thing, and sit down and like binge the entire season.
I don't know why you watch it
don't
after I
have it?
leave though. I have it on tape, like you, because that was the thing.
Sure. And you have
Oh,
all of them
years ago.
still. Dub
Yeah,
that shit
I
for
never
me.
I never watched it though.
Come on, you know what? That would be very interesting if. See, I'm trying to think the way we could both watch it every week and have a fucking a rundown each week, and we don't go ahead. We just watch one every week, and we have a discussion about it too.
Do you think that would be interesting to you?
I think it would be very interesting because you're on the motherfucker. So,
Right.
because I would get into some questions about shit that happened.
I mean, you can piece together not entire episodes and stuff, but you can piece together the gist of it on YouTube, especially your end. But like, yeah, it is difficult.
You know what would be a real fucking way to do it? The real way to do it, thinking about it now, is being able to film us watching it and showing what we're watching, so people could watch along with us. Otherwise, they wouldn't know what the fuck we were talking about. So
Right.
we would do a watch along while they could see it, though. So it would have to be YouTube and have us watch, which we could do because I mean, I could. It would all have to happen from my place pretty much, where I would set up the camera. I would have you on fucking FaceTime watching the fucking screen that I'm watching, and then videotape the screen as we're doing it, talking about it, and then go into afterwards, go into talking more about it, but and pausing along the lines while we kept fucking doing it. So that's on you. You would have to fucking dub all this shit and send it over. So
Yeah, I mean, I think I inquired before about making the tapes into DVDs, and they were like telling me it was like £50.
I could do that for you.
Oh, really?
Send me the tapes. I got a fucking burner.
Oh, really?
Fuck yeah. That ain't
Because
shit.
if you fuck the tapes, that's my only tape. So
Well, that's the problem. I mean, are they going to melt as they play?
I don't know. I don't think. I would
Yeah, I
assume
mean,
not.
I worry about my own. Like,
But
are
then
they going to
our
fucking
tapes
disintegrate?
Our tapes are also different to yours. I remember your cassette
No,
tapes
it's
were not the same as
VHS.
ours. Yeah, but it wasn't the same as our VHS.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm telling you, I have tapes from I made this mistake in 1998 when I bought like a special edition of this Stone Cold Said So video in the white box.
Yeah.
Remember that?
In the white
There's, like,
box?
the one-
No, I didn't. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay, I got you.
It's got a skull.
It's
on
got the
it,
skull,
like a
yeah.
silver skull. I was like, I haven't got this cover. I can't play the tape, so it's
Well, take a picture of the tape for me.
UK tape.
Yeah, and maybe I could see what the fuck's going on, and I'll look it up too. I'll type that shit into Google, because otherwise, if I play it, I got the recorder to fucking burn all that shit. So, and then
I'd like to watch
it.
it. I'd like to like watch the stuff again. The thing sometimes though, it's like fucking sad for me because it's like
You're
oh,
old
like,
now and all that shit.
It's what? Sorry,
You're
No,
old
it's like,
now and it's all past.
because I don't think like I'm aging like appallingly, but it's just the fact that I remember the time. It's like I could like walk outside and get laid. It would take minutes.
I think you're better looking now than then.
It's not about looking though. It's about having the status. Like that. That's what.
Oh, that like you're still fucking famous kind of thing. I got you.
Yeah, I mean the girls don't really care.
I was gonna
as much
say,
about
do you
looks
get
as they
recognized at all anymore?
think. Not with this beard, really. No.
Yeah, I guess you don't look the same anymore from that. Yeah, because I'm like,
it would be a
people still
while
know
ago as
people.
well. So, and the thing is that it's sort of everything's sort of swept under the rug with more and more TV shows. You know, like I say to you sometimes, where it's the same thing with everything. Like when you oversaturate, you don't remember. Like
Yeah.
you know how I tell you sometimes we watch the wrestling and I say I can't remember what happened last week, but everything from 1985 to 1998 or
Yeah.
even beyond that. Like I remember, like in great like detail.
yeah, because you
it's
got to
like
show
once a
every
week.
fucking 4 months.
It was like it was once a week and it like registered with me like quite easily.
Mm-hmm.
And even like as a kid, like in terms of with my soccer team, like Man United, like I remember like all the league titles that we won when I was at school, like from 1992 to like the 2000s. But I don't remember. I know we won a lot, and I know we're a successful club, but I don't remember what we did in what years specifically. I can't name the years that we won everything on the 2000s because it was just my brain was just clogged with too much other stuff going on. When I was a kid, it was like my schoolwork, and I like my football team, and then the WWE, and that was my only interest. So now I'm like trying to fucking do my work. I'm trying to send gambling tips out for people. I'm trying to like watch 15 sports. I'm trying to get laid at the same time, like be a fucking parent. Like I can't take in any more information where I can like store in useless facts.
Yeah, it's back in the day I used to be able to say like who won the title and how and go through the entire way, and now it's like titles changed 5,000 times. I couldn't fucking tell you. Like,
but
I couldn't do the last 5.
But it's weird, isn't it? How like nothing gets pushed out necessarily, but the new stuff just doesn't sink in.
I think if you were excited for it, it would, and I just don't think I don't know if that comes with our age now. Like, oh, I got more shit to worry about in my life than fucking who rolled who up for a fucking pin. But I just don't. I don't know. I think if it was exciting, I'd be into it more.
But it's not just wrestling related. Like, I mean, even in other sports, like I really don't remember all. I watched them all, and I know I like was up for all of them at the time, but I don't remember all the Super Bowls. Like, I remember like the Patriots coming back on the Falcons.
Yeah,
I remember watching us beat Pittsburgh. I remember Pittsburgh. I'm sure Pittsburgh beat Arizona.
Yeah, with that catch in the corner. Yeah,
like right at the end, right?
Mm-hmm. Laid out like Santonio Holmes.
Like a few like stick with me. I remember like the fucking Eagles but not just specifically just the Super Bowl. I remember Foles just raping everybody as an underdog. Like three underdog wins in a row when they were the number 1 seed, but they lost. What's his name?
They lost Wentz.
Oh, sorry, they lost Wentz,
Mm-hmm.
and then Foles came in and won the last 3 games all as an underdog. I remember that like whole run, but not the specifics of it. So bits and pieces, like the really huge stuff, but like the little stuff doesn't really stick.
Mm-hmm.
And the weird thing is I spent a fortune like going to stuff, boxing, UFC, WWE events. I go to like 2-3 football matches all the time, like just goals and score lines and things I've been to. Like it pops out of my head. I don't even know the score of the game I went to at the NFL at the weekend. I just know that the Jags only scored 3. That's it. I don't know how many Houston scored. I know. So
I think in the 30s, actually 34, maybe something like that. But yeah, I mean, it was a butt fucking. But I mean, you can't remember all the fucking regular season shit. I mean, that's just it is what it is. So
I know it's something I went to on Sunday. And we record on Tuesday. I should be sitting in my head still. But it's like I don't remember what the score was. I actually left with 5 minutes to go as well. So there might have been some stuff after that. But that's the thing, even stuff like that in terms of I'll just leave that shit now because, I don't need to watch this stuff like until the end. I'd like to beat the people and the traffic. And these are the kind of things that I think about now. So, well, it is weird. Getting old is a fucking weird thing.
It is. All right. Well, that is the end of our man show this week. Next week, let's get into some pussy. How about that? Let's talk some pussy.
You want to get a girl back on next week?
No. Let's talk about some conquests. We'll go over that kind of shit.
Do you think that would be? So you don't want to discuss that with a girl on the show?
Sure we can, but I just don't think fucking time wise we're fucking good. Having to do fucking NFL. Unless we're starting fucking earlier and, cutting the other shows we're doing, shit like that, so we got some more time to do it. It's all time constraints. That's all it fucking comes down to.
To be honest, I always feel that people like to download a show between 20 and 45 minutes anyways. Like, that was always my thing. I previously on podcasts, I always found our numbers of all the shows did better when they were short. I don't think people want like 10 minutes, but I don't think that they want 3 hours.
I think when football is gone, it's going to be a lot more. I mean, that's a lot of time to be able to bullshit about stuff. We're only able
there's
to
a lot of
bullshit
stuff on
about
hold.
half,
Like I'm holding off the porn scene of the week as well because I wanted to start giving out people links.
Oh yeah,
and I wanted you to watch my scene and me to watch your scene, and then just fucking and just feedback on and compare. I sent you some shit that you liked before.
Yeah, there's some.
I like that fucking stuff where it looks like it really happened.
Yeah, Yeah, totally.
You know, I'm going to the porn. Actually, next week it could be a good show because I'm going to the porn awards, the annual
jeez.
porn awards on Thursday.
Oh, you gotta get some interviews,
Oh, I get some pictures.
or get them to do some IDs for the show.
You know, next November you should come to it.
Oh my God, I'm sure that'll go over great.
Yeah, but she doesn't know you're coming for that.
Yeah, I'll just say I'm going to visit Billy.
Just say you're going to the London game. Hopefully they give us something good. It's always,
Yeah, that's
it's always,
true. Yeah,
it's always,
maybe it'll be a good game at that
it's always
point.
the first. I mean, this last one was supposed to be the good one, like where it was a divisional game and all that, but it wasn't. So,
Well, you can find this. Tell everybody because we're on both feeds right now. You could even just Google the Man Show podcast and you'll see it like right away. Otherwise, you go to Apple and all that shit.
If they're listening, they've probably already done that. Right?
No, but I'm thinking because it's on both feeds right now. This is on the Dirty Sheets and it's on the fucking Man Show feed. So, they got to be able to go to the Man Show feed.
Oh, you know, I got a
and
good
get
Twitter
on
handle
there.
for this show this week. I was surprised.
What
Did you
is
see?
it?
Man Show Podcast.
There you go.
That's-
Just
that's
Man
pretty-
Show podcast.
That's pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't expect to. I was thought I'd at least have to go to a Man Show Pod or something.
Yeah,
But
something weird. Man Show podcast. Go get that
there's
on,
no
on
like
Twitter.
fucking. There's no underscores or nothing in that. That is just Man Show Podcast. And if you Google the Man Show Podcast, then you get us.
Mm-hmm. Now let's
able
see. Here's an experiment. How many followers you got right now? Because there's not much since you just did it.
I did it 2 days ago and we got 9 followers.
Okay.
'cause I'm
So by this time next week, let's see what it turns into since we've mentioned it, and see if that actually helps, or if people are just assholes. That's another. So, all right, I'm Cav. He's Billy, and we will see you next week.